He administers the gift of the Holy Spirit, that is the discerning of spirit. He was a former head of cultural affairs in Atlantis. He established the Liberty Flame in Peru, where he was later re-embodied as an Incan artist who used paints that did not fade. And in Egypt, he helped build the pyramids as a master mason. His final embodiment before ascension was in the 16th century as Paolo Veronese. He sought to bring forth beauty as a powerful catalyst for enlightenment through his exquisite paintings. His most famous painting, which is in the Louvre, is the Marriage in Cana. And the thing that is most outstanding about it is that it is painted and used and have not faded over time. It still looks as it did when he finished it and was waiting for the paintings to dry. As an ascended master, Paul the Venetian serves to bring forth this beauty of the ascended master culture, this oneness and collective energies of light into the human realms, to heal, to help we understand who we really are. We must need to understand the beauty and the power of who we really are. Its maximum, therefore, is perfect love casteth out fear. In the energy of complete and perfect love, there is no fear. He sponsors artists who strive to bring forth beauty through their art and teaches students of the light how to paint spiritualized self-portraits when they attend his etheric retreat. Paul the Venetian is a great teacher of love, generosity, tenderness, gentleness, and compassion. He helps us to expand the fires of the heart. Now he's using all of this, his great love and cultural expertise, to create a new reality. He's working in the grids. He's working around all the different aspects that create a reality by using, as it says here, his great generosity, gentleness, and compassion to give a new outlook in the banking and financial community that is allowing for a new prosperous world. In all of this, in creating this vision and in bringing it forth to manifestation, Paul the Venetian is helping us to expand the fires of the heart and learn to apply compassion to all. He is a great symbol for this coming age of light. Now there's others in this that are very important. First there is Serapis Bey. This is Serapis, who of course, this is a wonderful painting because he was a pharaoh quite a few times, and his energies are very much in the heart energies of ancient Egypt, sometimes called the disciplinarian. When you feel Saint Germain, you feel Serapis Bey, you feel Paul the Venetian, you see these energies at play. Saint Germain comes in with this powerful energy that hits you with a gentleness. It's almost like a very, very strong father coming in and saying to you, all is well. Let us look at those ways that can make you well. What is wrong? Let us make it better. Let us heal it. Hilarion comes in. Hilarion reminds me more even than Saint Germain of my particular guide, my Syrian guide, and that is, of course, Washta. Hilarion energies are of a being who is very much understands his energies and wants to use them to heal, to make things better, to express his wisdoms. Serapis Bey is another aspect of what Washta is about. Washta, to me, really kind of embodies a lot of the Ascended Masters. Serapis Bey is the disciplinarian. One of the things that he would have to do with me, that's Washta, was tell me when I'd done things wrong or was trying to do things that were not really in my best interest. And I explained some of that when I did my DVD on the Syrian mothership. Serapis Bey comes in like a teacher. Some favorite professor of yours who you initially did not like because he was very strong, but as you began to see the power and beauty and love in that strength, you began to see the wonder and the amazement and the absolute need to understand and be one with that strength. He has that energy. He has that leadership ability. You can see that he was a general, a king, a pharaoh, and that because of that he was able to use that energy when he ascended to understand humanity and to bring and move it forward in that leadership. For instance, he was the Egyptian pharaoh Amenhotep III, who constructed the initial physical temples at Luxor. His son, Amenhotep IV, is Akhenaten, the man who tried to change all of Egypt by creating the energies of the Atum, the one sun god, the oneness. And of course his most familiar incarnation for those of history, beside all the different pharaohs that he was, is as Leonidas, the great warrior who led the 300 Spartans in the famous Battle of Thermopylae, delayed the mighty Persians from getting into position so that later the Greeks could have a great victory that would prevent the Persians from succeeding in defeating the spark of democracy that had just begun in ancient Athens and throughout Greece. That was to allow for this energy to create republics like ourselves that we now live in. Serapis ascended around 400 BC. His etheric retreat is located naturally over Luxor. Serapis Bey is a human being, an energy, an ascended master of incredible love who wishes deeply to have everyone achieve their full potential. He is the Kohan of the fourth ray, the white ray. Some fourth ray qualities are purity, discipline, joy, hope, and excellence. He works to create with his students these qualities, to gain mastery in the base of the spine chakra and gradually and safely raise the Kundalini fire that is stored in that chakra. He is a great devotee of the Divine Mother and of her light and fire within all souls. So you see a slight difference of using the white energies, the white light, the divine white light of the Divine Mother. In the case of Paul the Venetian, it is done with love and a gentleness. In the case of Serapis Bey, it is done to achieve a mastery that leads to excellence, a discipline that allows you to repeat again and again certain basic rituals that have the result of helping you to move forward in wisdom, light, and love. And that is how they operate. And you feel this energies, and when they are together, you almost start to cry because you are in the presence of such love, such incredible care, and such incredible love of everything on this planet and what it stands for, that you understand that these Ascended Masters are here for a divine purpose. Serapis Bey is holding this energy for manifesting this fully conscious reality. Serapis works with other members of the various divine brotherhoods and sisterhoods to set up energies that can alter the path taken by members of the Dark Cabal. We need to have them see the light. His work is aiding the manifesting of this new reality. That's why things are close to happening. He is using the energy forms of the Divine Mother and transforming her great light and fire within the souls of all of us to forge this new reality. Now we have Jiwal-Kul, the Tibetan. Jiwal-Kul is known, as we said here, the Tibetan. He channeled the esoteric works to Alice Bailey, and of course before that to Madame Blavatsky. Shortly after leaving the Earth plane in the late 1800s, he began working with Almoira, another one of the Ascended Masters, Master Katumi, and of course Master Saint Germain, to assist him in the research of Helen Blavatsky, which led to Theosophy. He's one of the most accessible of the masters of Shambhala, and of course Shambhala is the capital of Agartha, also known as the master of the second ray of love and wisdom. Jiwal-Kul is all about love. He's all about helping us all to better understand reality, wisdom. Jiwal-Kul is a close associate of Saint Germain and works with him to precipitate a new golden age for humanity. He works to balance the energies and grids of our reality and transform them by raising their vibrations and making these great new energies accessible to all. He is now dedicating his personal mission to assisting humanity in better understanding the amazing consciousness transformation that we are all going through. All the Ascended Masters dearly want every one of us to know just how much they are loved, cared for by all the energies of the great realms of the spirit, and that they are working very hard to change this reality into one of light and love. Now here is a lady that when I was first hurt came to me and it started explaining to me all the changes that PAO has to go through to create new reality and to create a new reality for PAO and all its followers. This, of course, is Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is a great master of the East. She is probably the most beloved of all the various ascended masters in the East, with the exception maybe of Buddha, because Buddha also has the religious motif. Kuan Yin is a shortened form of a name that means one who sees and hears the cry from the human world. Her Chinese title signifies she who always observes or pays attention to sounds. In other words, one who hears the sounds of prayer. Regarded by the Chinese as the goddess of mercy, she was originally male until the early part of the 12th century and has evolved since that time from her prototype, Avalokiteshvara, the merciful Lord of utter enlightenment, an Indian bodhisattva who chose to remain on earth to bring relief to the suffering rather than enjoy for himself the ecstasies of nirvana. Let's see, I want to make sure yeah, there it is. According to one ancient legend, her name was Miao Shan, the daughter of an Indian princess. And she was a pious follower of Buddha and achieved her own Buddhahood, but decided instead to remain on earth to help mankind. She is the one who sings the Lotus Sutra, the Sandharma Puktarika Sutra, and describes Avalokiteshvara as a bodhisattva who can take the form of any type, male or female, adult or child, human or non-human being, in order to teach the Dharma to sentient beings. Every time I see her, she comes in as a young woman, very beautiful young Chinese